What's up, everybody? Well, I got another small form factor PC gameplay video for you guys today, and today we're checking out Arc Raiders. Definitely an interesting game. I'm not very good at it yet. In fact, I can't even figure out how to get my freaking guns, my freebie guns out of the freaking boxes they come in. But we can at least run around and get FPS data, which is the whole point of the video in the first place. So I wished I could just play the game like normal and just proceed and get further in it, but maybe I'll stumble across how to do all this stuff as we go. That would be great, but if not, you'll at least get your FPS data. It just won't be like super exciting gunfights or any of that. So I'm just playing solo, away from everybody else for the most part. We still might see some people running around here and there, but hopefully they won't kill us. But if they do, we'll just revive and try again. But anyway, why don't we go ahead, hop on into the game. So here's the settings we go with first. Probably won't be like 60 plus, but should hopefully stay at least over 30. We're gonna just try 4K, transformer model, and we'll just, good, I remember to get rid of motion blur. We up the field of view as far as we can. We got ray tracing on Epic. I'm pretty sure I remember to try turning that off too, but it didn't really make a humongous difference on this one. Not as much as on the AMD systems. But even the AMD systems didn't make as big of a difference as usual. But anyway, let's get into the game. Let's see what this thing can do.
This is Shani. Don't forget that you can find different types of loot in different locations. Check out your map and head to any of the spots I've marked with an icon.
So now we'll try turning DLSS onto quality, and that should be good enough to get us 60 plus the whole time. Although, you know what? Let's go back and go down to performance, because I've heard that performance still looks insanely good. And then we can get a lot more FPS since we're trying to do silly stuff like turn it all the way to max anyway. Which is generally not recommended, especially when a GPU like this is much better suited to 1440 in the first place. But hey, that's kind of what we're getting with quality. But anyway, to the game.
Don't shoot!
Now I figured we'd try turning it down to just static ray tracing. Back to native as well, real quick. And this is where I found out it didn't really make a humongous difference. At least not that I saw. And then of course we'll try with performance DLSS again. And then we'll try turning it down to something more reasonable like high as well. And see what that does for us. I think that'd probably be the best way to go on this system. But hey, let's get into the game. So now we'll turn on DLSS performance. I'm kind of just hiding in a tunnel for now. Other than that, same settings, static ray tracing and all that too. So without that said, let's get into the game again and hope we don't die, because I see a frickin' giant robot coming in the distance there. Laura, I decided to just go and do what settings I'd run this game at, not like my custom settings or anything. All I really did was turn it down to high and turn performance DLSS on. But this is how I'd play it on this system if this is my only system. It looks great, gets a pretty decent amount of FPS. But hey, let's hop in the game and you guys will see what I mean. Let's get ourselves a little camera recorded gameplay now. Now we don't have shadow play or nothing eating up frames, although shadow play is usually pretty good about not killing too many. I think it does. I think it and Relive do a little better job than OBS. I have them all set to use 100 kilobit per second bit rates. Trying to think of the right or the right terminology there. Because everything seems to use different ones. Like you're talking about downloading speeds, that's megabits per second. Or megabytes per second, excuse me. See, even I'm doing it there. But then you talk about the hard drives and stuff like that, and that's completely different again. So it all depends on what you talk about, really. Oh yeah, like this game is a dream to play. Very minimal stutter. I think I saw like 1 frame time spike the whole time I was making videos on this thing. And that was when I was doing this. Let's see if I can recreate it. I was just like running like an absolute crazy person. And all of a sudden I got like a frame time tick that went maybe like up to here or something. So we'll see if we ever see any more of those. But it obviously wasn't a huge deal because I haven't been seeing them very often. But there were a bunch of people online saying, no, what are you talking about? This thing's unplayable. It's just as stuttery as every other Unreal Engine 5 game. It sucks. And I was like, I don't know. I feel like it's probably, maybe does that on some games with, or certain PCs with certain settings, but I can almost guarantee you it's going to be one of those games that'll run okay here, but then, who knows, we might get to one of my more powerful computers and it stutters more than it does here. It's weird, like, PCs can be weird like that. Dude, I want some roots. Fuck yeah, I got roots. Anything else in here? Oh, this is where... Oh, never mind. I remember... Hey. Oh yeah, I forgot. People in this game just do that shit. That's just what it is. It's like Tarkov and stuff. But whatever. Once I actually start playing with my friends and get good at the game, well, I'll just absolutely be able to decimate people like that and it'll be funny. But the funniest part is he's going to have nothing to loot. He literally killed someone with nothing. That's another reason I just do this. You don't waste anything. If I'm just getting you guys data, I'm going to die, so why sacrifice all of my stuff? Or why find anything new, for that matter, you know? Because I'm just going to die and lose it anyway. I'm just trying to focus on getting you guys FPS data, although it sucks when I gotta stop and do stuff like this. I could have just shut the camera off and started it back up, but... Also figured, screw it, we can see how long it takes to find matches, how long it takes to load and all that too, just like you would if you were playing the game. I play games for you guys like I would normally. Other than, you know, I would probably read and know how to do everything, but I wasn't going to bore you guys with that. Alright, I think we found another game. There we go. Kind of wish you could skip this. It's cool to see once or twice, but then it kind of gets a little old, you know? Kind of like with any kind of game, no matter how cool the game is, if it's got something like this, after you see it 5 or 6 times, and especially when you're like me and you're going to see it probably 100 times by the time you get done testing it on everything, you know, it just gets a little old. But hey, that's just a minor, stupid quabble. But yeah, frame times and everything seem pretty damn great, especially for an Unreal Engine 5 game. But we don't want that thing to see me. If that thing sees me, we're already dead. Again, already. That wouldn't be good. Oh, what the hell is that? Oh, shit. Nope, I don't want none of that smoke. I'm just gonna very slowly work my way away from it. And hopefully the people fighting it don't try to kill me, but I think they got bigger things to do, worry about than killing me again. I say that now, I'll get shot in the back of the head. Oh, that was bad. I think it's not shooting at me, is it? No, it's trying to kill the people trying to attack me. Good. As long as it's distracted and not trying to kill me, that's all I care about. Fuck that, I don't even have guns. What am I gonna do, punch it in the foot? we're gonna have to, whatchamacallit, all-might that shit. Only problem is I don't have his superpower, so I'm pretty sure my hand would just break in this game and then it would stomp on me. But in actuality, it seems like it would just blow you up before you could ever step near it. Yeah, there's another one of those little bastards. Fuck you. You little bastard, you're not seeing me. Although every time I say something like that, I run into something else worse. Where is it going? I feel like it's right behind the rock. Where'd you go? Okay, it just disappeared. Did somebody shoot it? I think that thing might have killed those guys. I don't see them fighting it no more, or they gave up and ran away. What's in here? Yeah, it's a giant ass tunnel. I did not think they were going to let me go in here. Ooh, yeah, you can definitely see some weird stuff going on there, on like the walls of this place. Just little minor gripes though. I'd still rather the game look and play like this than most Unreal Engine 5 games run. Looks like it's kind of a dead end though. There doesn't really seem to be a big purpose to coming in here. Unless you got like a grappling hook or something. Oh wait, no. There's a thing right here. Alright. Oh, that cool little thing has a little thing for going up zip lines too. What a useful tool. One of those things. I always find either the thing that goes to or it. I've never come anywhere close to finding them close enough together where I can actually go and see what they do. Which is a shame. I really want to see what it does. Probably don't get anything, but probably get an achievement or something. And I'm not an achievement hunter, but I'll graciously accept an achievement for finding out some silly thing like that in a game. I just don't achievement hunt and be like, I must find every last thing in this game before I move on to the next. I just don't do that. Not very often. Funny enough, I just did that with the Digimon game, but... Oh, how funny would it be? Can I walk up? There's no way it's going to let me do that. Okay, I didn't think so. That's pretty fucking steep. Oh, shit. Okay. I thought I was going to get trapped. Now, I bet you there's people in there right now looting, since this is a high loot area. Especially because that door's already open. Those are usually closed. So it's like... Maybe not on that one. I don't know if that one even has a door. But I kind of feel like it's in be playing Warzone or PUBG or something, and you walk past a bunch of houses that all have their doors open. It's like, I feel like somebody's probably been here and looted this already. Not always. There's some houses just had their doors always open, but that's kind of what me and my friends would do. Like, we better watch out. Yeah, I wish I was better at this game where I had a gun. I could just go around, kill a bunch of people and loot, but I don't know. I don't even really like going after people and doing that anyway. Not unless I'm with like a group of friends. Because as you've seen, even when I did have a gun and stuff, and I saw that one guy, I didn't try to shoot at him, and he didn't try to shoot at me. We both just saw each other and left. Versus the other guy who just saw me and was like, I'm going to shoot that guy in the back and try to loot him. And then he found out I ain't got not a thing. Not one iota. But hey, at least he probably got some experience or something for killing me. So hey, good on him. But it's probably a pretty hollow victory when you find out they have nothing. And didn't even have a gun to fight back with. I would feel that way anyway. It'd be like winning a race with somebody whose car exploded. Like, yeah, I might have technically won the race, but I didn't really get to see if my car was faster than his or not, if his catastrophically broke. So, hollow victory. I'd still accept the victory, obviously, but it'd be a hollow victory. And then if they wanted a rematch, I'd absolutely give them a rematch. But I've never had any cars fast enough to claim race people or any of that shit. I mean, my Lincoln is about the fastest car I've ever had, and that thing is okay. It's fast for what it is, but it's not what anyone would consider a fast car by today's standards. Especially not when like a soccer mom and her base model Tesla would shit on me from light to light without even trying. You know? That thing's got like a... If you do a boosted launch... Ooh, there's another guy. If you do like a boosted launch, that thing could hit like 4.3 or 4.5 seconds, 0 to 60s, but if you just hammer it, it's like 4.8 to 5. It was alright though. I had fun in it. But I'm gonna get rid of it and get something else here shortly, I think. I kinda want a muscle car or something. Or if I can't find a cool muscle car, I kinda just wanna get like a cheap P100D or something. Whew. Now see, if I was playing for real, I'd try to loot that. Anyway, I'd say this is probably a good spot to stop. We've been playing for about 12 minutes or so. Again, I wished I could be more interesting in this kind of game, but being online and social anxiety as it is, it's hard enough for me to do it at all. So I'm just doing my best. But let's go wrap up, shall we? Well, alright guys, that's a wrap for Arc Raiders on a small form factor PC. And if you don't care about 60 FPS, hell, you can just max that thing out native 4K. And it stays well over 30. But if you want 60 plus, that's not happening native. Turn on a little performance upscaling, and hell yeah, now you're in business. At least what I consider more unplayable for a game like that. But I would do what I did at the end and just drop it down to high. It doesn't really seem, at least on this NVIDIA GPU, it doesn't really seem to matter going between static and maxed out. We gained like 6, 7 FPS, so that's about it. So I just figured, well, let's go with that, the transformer thing, and then go with performance upscaling and just put everything on high instead of ultra. Because like I always say, ultra's kind of stupid anyway. I usually just do it because it's a worst case scenario and people kind of want to see high-end PCs run stuff on ultra. It's just how it's always been. But me, I'd just play it like I did at the end there, high with a little upscaling. It looked great. It didn't look perfect by any means, but I mean, it looked pretty much on par with how it looked at 4K, minus like maybe a little weird stuff going on in that pipe. But I'd have to go through that pipe without the upscaling on to see if it was that. That might have just been the game being the game for all I know. But that is all for this video though. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. Wished I was better at the game and all that stuff and could be more entertaining, but I at least got you guys your FPS data. So until the next video, peace out guys.